And straight, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold it there. Om. Om Shri Ganesha Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavitvaram Sadgurum Brahmavitvaram यो अन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यम् रामनामवरानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहं पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगम् जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटिप्रविस्तरम् एकैकमक्षरं पुंसां महापातकनाशनम्. Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Valmiki Ramayana session. We are in chapter 17 of Balakanda. You have seen first six mantras, but before going into it, we will see some few sentences which Pujya Swami Abhedanand had recently has said it while taking the Valmiki Ramayana session, and which I thought they were like mantras, they were like such powerful Amrit Vachanas, which I had jotted down and thought I'd just share some more today. So, as he was going forward, he said, what you love, you won't make it difficult. So, something we keep a goal in life I want to do, but I don't do it for giving, probably I'll give so many reasons. That means we have not loved it enough. Something which we really want to do, we keep all the excuses away. We don't give excuses. So, giving excuses is like you make your goal go ahead, you extend it. So, example like our goal, if we have said that every excuse for other is not excuse for us. But the moment we give an excuse, we are making it difficult for us. So we have not loved it enough. What you love, you won't make it difficult. Example, your goal. Like this, I have written and kept. So Swamiji must have said that if you have kept a goal, then don't make it a difficult. He insisted on doing japa as a sadhana. So many times we start and so many times we stop, and so many times we become irregular with how many rounds we have to do, what we have to do. Somewhere we will have to begin. There is no other go. And if we start loving that, then we will make excuse to do it, how to do it. So the guests, the functions, the office work will not be a hindrance into it. We will find some way to fit into it, into our whole schedule. Right now, like we are searching time slot for Mahabharata, what it could be. So anyway, we have to do it. All 7 days we have something or the other. Eknadi Bhagavad is there, followed by daily Gita is there most of the week. Now where to fit this? So we'll have to explore some time. It would be before everybody wakes up in the world. Even if I take as early as 6 in the morning in India, it is still 8:30 in Singapore, which half of the people have gone for the office or on the way to office. So we will have to figure out how. And if we say it's not possible, so let's leave it. So then it is making it difficult. But now since we want it, we will make it how it is possible. So if the answer won't be how it's not possible, citing reasons. The answer will be how we would make it possible. So I felt that was, he said in terms of Ramayana, but I thought in life, we will have to apply this on everything. What you love, you won't make it difficult. It's so, and he said, example, your goal. So in short, he said, if we have decided we want something, we go about it, right? However, it is difficult for others. For us, that difficulty is not seen as difficulty. We overcome that and we achieve what we had set our eyes on because we have liked it in some point or the other. So much so, a girl gets courage to elope and go where she has put her heart into. She doesn't make it. She didn't think of her parents or so many times you hear the stories. They elope and where they have put. So if we have loved something dearly, our sadhana aspect, something we want, our study we want to intensify, our satsang we want to where we have placed our love, there we won't bring in any difficulty. So we can't chant. We won't make it difficult. We will see that how good we can chant, how we can chant, how we can improve. Then further says, Ram Raja अंदर की वृत्ति का जय है. So Rama Raja happens. Ram rules. Rama Raja, we use this term like in Rama's Raja, there is no difficulty, there is no sorrow, there is law, there is dharma prevalent, there is no injustice to anybody, there is lot of happiness, there is abundance of what you need in life. We correlate Ramarajya to this. And then he says, Andar ki vritti ka jai. Andar ki vritti. What is the thought inside? Uska jai. Victory over that thought. My train of thought, is it behaving like and dislike? We are in problem. Like and dislike may not be always right or wrong. Something that is wrong, I may like. Something that is right, I may not like. Food habits. Example, getting up early. I may like, I may not like it, but it is a good thing to do. Eating a particular way, it's the right thing, but I may not like. I may just like probably a cheese pasta only. I need morning, evening, that. These days, kids have only that, so I can give only this example because I lived with the kid for some of the major time soon after the camp was over. It's very tough. So it's andar ki vritti ka jai, victory over your thought process, victory over your thought, what's happening inside. Then he goes to say, Dasha Mukha. Dasha Mukha represents bhog, indulgence. And Dasha Ratha, सारी इंद्रियां राम की तरफ भागे. So now Dasha Mukha, the one who has 10 faces, means Ravan. Dasha Mukha represents bhog, means all your indriyas are going in all 10 directions. They are outbound. Your indriyas, bhoga, you're indulging. Tongue wants this indriya want that, everything want. And Dasharatha, he said, Sari indriya Ram ki taraf bhage. All the indriyas are going towards Rama is Dasharatha. That I felt very where we want to go. So, if we are indulging too much in our senses, we can easily call ourselves as Ravana. Yeah, we are liking Ravana, going towards Ravana, and we are indulging in satsang, we are indulging in Ramanama. That means our indriyas are controlled. They are not running haywire. Our ratha is on track. Hmm? Satsang changes your subconscious samskara, he said, while again explaining. So I have got certain pattern in my mind of my likes and dislike, and I repeat that wherever I go. I behave in a certain way as per my likes and dislike. But satsang has that capacity that what that subconscious samskara is, it would change that. So it's a good, we probably behave in a certain way. We carry our baggage of ego. I like this. I always stay like this. I am this. We carry that. Satsang reduces all that. Some inside subconscious mind, some subtle changes keep happening. Then he quoted a shlok, which was not there. I didn't find out the reference for this. He said, Jnana Shaktischa Kausalya, Sumitropasanaatmika, Kriya Shaktischa Kaikai, Vedo Dasharathaha Nrupaha. So I found this shlok very nice. I've written down and kept. Jnana Shaktischa Kausalya. Kausalya represents Jnana Shakti. Sumitro Pasanatmitaha. Sumitra represents Upasana Shakti. Kriya Shaktischa Kaikai. Kaikai represents Kriya Shakti. And Dasharatha Nrupaha, the king Dasharatha Vedaha. He represents Veda. So then he referred the shlok and he was describing how Kaikeyi was. So he says, Kriya Shakti Samarpan Nahi Samaj. So Samarpan is surrender. So Kriya Shakti doesn't understand surrender. These people, I am doing, for me, I am doing, I have to do this. There is so much of they keep on doing something. It is not, they can't surrender. They don't understand the attitude of surrender. They have to accomplish things. It will be for I, me, myself. They don't. So he says, Kriya Shakti Samarpan nahi samajti. Kriya Shakti doesn't understand surrender. We have to bring it to surrender. We will have to somehow all the actions lead it to the Lord only. Then beautifully he says, when that Kriya Shakti is only happening, that time he says about karma something. When lobha enters, karma ki sugandh chali jati hai. When lobha is the greed, enters, then karma ki sugandh, fragrance of the karma chali jati hai. It goes away. When a greed enters the action's fragrance goes away. So our action, again, it is insisted how our actions should be. Where is the prompting of action is coming from? Is it for me? Is it from the ego? Or is it for the Lord? Are we taking the bigger picture into consideration and then acting? Or we are having this very small, narrow passage where it is leading only to my benefit, my profit, my gain, where it is. So when lobha enters, karma ki sugandh chali jati hai. Where greed enters, karma's fragrance goes away. And I loved this next sentence when, again, he's not saying quotes, okay? It's going on a regular class. In the class, when he's explaining, such words are uttered where it is striking, it's penetrating the heart. And there you are taking the notes, and from the notes, these sentences I've chosen. There would be many more. My buddhi could only grasp like this. He said very strongly, and he repeated this point. Remember this. One point always. So I'm not saying this. These are his words. One point, remember this. When you love anyone, अपना emotional independence बनाए रखो. Like that he said. I can just get that tone in the way he said. When you love someone, अपना emotional independence, your emotional independence बनाए रखो means keep it intact. Don't get love in such a way that you are emotional slave of the other person. You have to have your freedom. You should be emotionally free. Otherwise, these people bargain very easily out of love. Hmm? I see that. I see that in my close family also so very much, where even the parents would, you know, blackmail emotionally in such a way that poor son will have to either do it, or the son emotionally blackmails parents in such a way that the parents have to yield to that son's greed. That also I have seen. Very much I have seen. So, to whoever we love, he has said multiple times, अपना emotional independence बनाए रखो. Keep your emotional independence intact. Don't become slave into love. Like, see, Dasharatha has given that boon to her, and she is encashing it now. And now he's so emotionally torn apart that he can't live without Ram. And she has rebuked him. You, what? You wouldn't keep your words? You asked me to grant me boons. He has lost his emotional independence. He's unable. Such a big Raja. He's a Dasharatha. He has conquered so many things, internal, external. And this weak moment promise, this weak out of love, has led to such a disaster. So, in your anger or in your happiness, don't promise anything to anyone, even your own people. The big blow comes from own people. The outsiders don't do much things. So that balance we'll have to always maintain. So these are like life lessons. And this Ramayana is one story part is different, but what I can get from that, where I have to learn, what I have to learn. So these are points of Ramayana that it teaches. Then maintain your emotional independence. Maintain your emotion. We become slave and we feel that if we are not yielding to the person we love, oh, it is not love. No, that's a wrong teaching. Always the base has to be dharma, and always the base has to be consciousness, awareness, expansion. There cannot be a selfish motive into any action. We have to stay expanded only. The moment it is coming, we'll have to nip it. We'll have to practice this deliberately. Ambitious person is ruthless, he says next. Ruthlessness आगे के लिए पाप होता है. So she wanted it. She wanted, Kaikeyi wanted desperately that Bharata has to rule and not Ram. She became ruthless. So he was pleading her, he's catching hold of her feet also. He's strewn his Angavastra aside, he's painting. Kaikeyi is not melting on that, seeing her husband like that. The whole city is lit and celebrating. She's not bothered. अरे लोग क्या कहेंगे? What people will say when they come to know what they will do. She's not bothered of anybody's happiness, what is happening over there. They become automatically ruthless. Ambitious person is ruthless. And that ruthlessness is becoming papa. It is a sin. आगे के लिए. It is taking future papa. Then another he says, a person must be samarpit. So samarpit means surrendered. Somewhere he will have to surrender. असमर्पित व्यक्ति किसी का नहीं होता. A person who is not ready to surrender anywhere, he cannot be anyone's. And then he says, which I have written in bracket, Mata, Pita, Guru, Rashtra, etc. So, asamarpit, somewhere you will have to surrender, whether towards your parent or guru or kingdom, means your country. Somewhere you will have to surrender. If you have not surrendered yourself anywhere, you can't be anyone's. It's beautiful. Then he says, Viraktasya Trunam Jagat. Virakta, one who is non-attached, who is dispassionate. Trunam Jagat. The whole world is like a grass, insignificant. We like the world so much, no? What is there, what is there, which place, which holiday, how, everything. For them, everything is insignificant. Trunam. Vasanakshayaha mokshaha Yoga Vasishtha he quoted. And next year, he also announced a similar camp of entire Yoga Vasishtha around the same period. So he quoted and he said everybody, nobody takes a full Yoga Vasishtha. Again, this is like completely, it's a very huge grantha. And even like small snippets they take of Yoga Vasishtha and selected verses. Nobody does entire Yoga Vasishtha. And next year, same time of what Valmiki camp has happened around that time, he said we will do a Brihad Yoga Vasishtha in the same way in Pulvan Chennai Vishwanath. Chennai Vibhuti. Vasana Kshayaha Mokshaha is coming from Yoga Vasishtha. What is moksha? What is freedom? Vasana Kshayaha. Desires, wants. This mind is always completely into, so many vasanas it's holding. Kshayaha. You are freeing yourself from your wants. That itself is called moksha, he says. One thing he's also mentioned very vaguely, life में बहुत जगह logic नहीं होते. We're trying to find logic in everything, and he says, in life, there is no logic in everything. So sometimes you will have to go with the Lord's wish. You can't find logic into Lord. There is a surrender out over there. Later on, you will see for what good, and all be said. Wow, this is so powerful. I've marked this. He says, how food digests in 2 to 3 hours, thoughts should also see culmination. Ahankari, the thoughts don't culminate and it goes round and round and round. I've written in fact. Yeah. A thought should culminate. We keep on chewing the thought. We go with that chewing thought to the bed. We wake up with that same kind of a thought. He says, whatever thought line you are indulged into, it should see a culmination. Like the food. That was a very good analogy that he gave. And I think we should deliberately practice this once we hear that thoughts also should not be left undigested. Better process it and see the end of it. And for a egoistic person, it's very difficult to culminate a thought. So when we are chewing on a thought, just chew on that thought as well. How much ahankari we are, where we have lost to what. जो अंदर से छोटा समझते हैं, उन्हीं को inferiority complex आता है. I feel very small about myself inside. That's why I hold this inferiority complex. Those who feel small about themselves inside, they get this inferior complex. We are a reflection of that Paramatma. Not ordinary. मनुष्य जन्म भोग के लिए नहीं है, सारे दुखों के पार जाने के लिए है. The birth as a human is not for indulgence. It is for going beyond the sorrows. Indulge and we invite more sorrow. And the birth which we have got is to go beyond the sorrows. अंतःकरण कर्मयोग से तैयार होता है. अंतःकरण, आर अंतःकरण gets prepared by कर्म योग, and the कर्म योग का दूसरा नाम ही सेवा है. Another name for कर्म योग is सेवा, which we saw last session. Don't say I'm helping. Say I got a chance to serve. There is a very big difference between I help and I serve. Dukkha is, so I've written what is dukkha. He defined it as resistance to God's will. Something is happening and something is against my liking. I get so overpowered with that sorrow. I don't come out of it. Little bit, if we bring the shield of God, then we'll not feel that much pain, how much we are feeling. सेवा is what he defines. किसी बड़े संकल्प को लेके छोटे संकल्प को छोड़ना. Holding on to some bigger sankalpa, leaving the smaller sankalpa. Manyata, bhav, vani, karma. He has given these shades into it, which we will see in some other time. Before talking, this he repeated throughout. Make or create a channel of talking. Before talking, create a channel first. Suddenly, if we will talk, people don't accept it. You will have to be in some amicable terms. You will have to create the atmosphere. Mind has to process what you are going to utter and utter only that much. First, so he said, before talking, create a channel of talking. बड़ी चीज तभी हाथ में आती है जब कोई और चीज ना हो. A big thing will come in your hand only if your hand is empty. Then there is no other thing in your hand. You're holding on something and asking for a bigger thing. दो चीज नहीं पकड़ सकते. Two things you cannot hold. So before holding badi cheez, the big thing will come into your hand only when there is no other thing in your hand. Hand cannot hold two things at the same time. I can just loosely translate that. He gives one liner, says, 2 minute ka sukh, saalon ka dukh. 2 minutes happiness, years of unhappiness. We indulge, no, we think this would give me happiness. But then for that moment, it is very nice. It is very happy. But then later on, it's like years of sorrows. Something very beautiful is there. Shoka. Shoka means sorrow. It is bhoot ki vritti. It is the vritti of the past. Moha, desire. Bhavishya ki vritti. It is a vritti of the future. And raga, desire. Vartaman ki vritti. It is the vritti of the present. Just mark this and see. And then when we'll reach that point in the text, probably it will get more clearer. He also said, आपकी वृत्ति भगवान को जा रही है. Your vrittis are going to Bhagwan. So, don't offer waste product. What all thoughts we carry, if we have this thought in our head that whatever thought I'm carrying is offered to Lord, is going towards God, whether I consciously offer it or not, then slowly the bad thoughts will cease. If I'm increasing my awareness that my thoughts are going to Lord, my favorite, okay, Guruvayurappa is going to Guruvayur. If I am knowing that whether I offer or not, the thoughts are going to him, Then when a bad thought comes, I'll consciously negate it, or I will start improving the quality of my thoughts. So we will not offer any waste product to the Lord. When you get luxuries, your immunity lowers. He said, Sita, princess, Ram, prince, what they went, how they lived in the past. Ram Raj is not any historical event. It is the acme of spiritual realization. Adhyatmik Utkrishtata. This was very powerful. So it is not, okay, one event had happened. Oh, it is our journey. It is our spiritual realization that Ram Raj has to happen in our heart, in our mind. That stability, that samatha, that is happening in me. And that is the acme, pinnacle of spiritual realization. All Sadgun bhakti par tiki hai. On devotion, the foundation on the Sadgun means good qualities. They are relying on foundation of bhakti, devotion. How cows return to their own peg, वैसे ही फल अपना करता ढूंढ लेता है. If we have so many cows and each cow has probably a position in the cow shed, any cow doesn't go and stand anywhere. That cow returns to its own peg where it is tied, it will come over there only. In whatever hundreds of cow also, they don't go anywhere. They know in that cow shed where their places, they return over there. So Swamiji says, वैसे ही, like that only, फल अपना करता ढूंढ लेता है. The fruit searches its karta, the doer, and goes over there. So many people are there in the world. So many actions are happening every minute, every second, everything. So many phalas are created. All those phalas search their peg, that karta, and goes and ties itself over there. What is overconfidence? हमसे गलती नहीं हो सकती. The feeling that I will never make a mistake. That is called as overconfidence. So people think that I'm always right. Overconfidence. स्वरूप का धर्म स्वभाव में प्रकट होता है. This is like, I think after this we will go to our text, because and one more we will do and then we will pause. स्वरूप का धर्म स्वभाव पर टिका होता है. स्वरूप, the nature, how the form is, how the external roop is. It is the rupa is dependent directly on swabhava, on the guna. So I'll give few examples. Probably I'm not able to translate in English very well. स्वरूप का धर्म स्वभाव में प्रकट होता है. स्वरूप dharma expresses in स्वभाव. So अगर हम सत है, if we are सत, तो अभयत्व आना चाहिए. Then abhayatva, we should become fearless. If we are sat, then we should become fearless. अगर हम चित है, if we are चित, तो स्वातंत्र्य आना चाहिए. स्वातंत्र्य, freedom. Then we should experience freedom, not caught and bound. अगर हम आनंद है, if we are happiness, bliss, तो भक्ति आना चाहिए. Then devotion should express. अगर हम एक है, तो Abheda buddhi aani chahiye. If we are one, then we should not have plurality, abheda buddhi, where there is no place for bheda buddhi, where we don't see two things. One, if there is oneness, abheda buddhi aani chahiye. अगर हम पूर्ण हैं, if we are complete, तो निष्कामता आनी चाहिए. Then there should not be kamana. I want this. So if this is my swarupa, Satchit, Ananda, Eka Purna, this is my swarup, then in my swabhav, it should enter. That's in that swabhav, it should express. And I am that. Vedas are saying that I am Satchit, Ananda, Purna, Eka. But why I am not experiencing then? Why I have not allowed that swabhava to prakat, to express? Where I have limited myself. So Sat, Abhayatva, Chit, Swatantrya, Ananda, Bhakti, Ek, Abheda Buddhi, Purna, Nishkamata. This has to match. So now we get like entire Ramayana revealing only this. How do I go towards my own swabhava? It's not expressing. If this is my swarup, where is that swabhava going? It has to express, right? Why I'm not allowing it to express? This should be the question. And we'll stop on that last question. Kaun dukhi hai? Who is a sorrowful person? Jisko apna sukh chahiye. Who wants their own happiness is the most sorrowful person. Kaun dukhi hai? Who is a sorrowful person? Jisko apna sukh chahiye. Who wants their happiness? There is always to give. We should not be the takers. And we just know to give without expectation. And we should give in such a way. So, if one day this person will help me, or somebody will help me in my this, I should get punya, so I have to do the action. It will not work anyways. It has to be Nishka. Just for do. So with this, we pause over here. It's endless, but probably it gives us a vision to when we see through Ramayana, when we see each character coming out, what to take from that, what that character represents, how much I have to clean myself in. I am the part of that character for now. By reading Ramayana, by making my indriyas towards Rama, I will be washing out myself. There is that we have to establish Rama inside, Ramarajya inside. My journey, Ayana is inside, Rama is inside. With this, let us enter our 17th Sarga in Balakanda with verse number 7. Who wants to volunteer? Please raise your hands. Seating is not comfortable. Lataji. पूर्वमेव मया सृष्टः.
Hold on, Varshaji is right. Purvameya maya srishtaha.
Purvameva, Magneya.
Purvameva, no?
Ah.
I said that. Purvameva maya srishtaha.
Jambavan Riksha Pungavaha.
Jambavan Riksha Pungavaha. Is it Pungavaha?
Correct.
Yeah. Jambavan Riksha Pungavaha.
Jrumbhamanasya Sahasa.
Jrumbhamanasya Sahasa.
Mama Vaktrada Jayata.
Mama Vaktrada Jayata. Purvameya maya srishtaha. Jambavan Riksha Pungavaha. Jrumbhamanasya Sahasa. Mama Vaktrada Jayata.
पूर्वमेव मया सृष्टः जाम्बवान् वृक्षपुङ्गवः जृम्भमाणस्य सहसा मम वक्त्रादजायत.
Jambavan, the chief of bears, has already been begotten by me. He issued forth from my mouth all of a sudden, even as I was yawning.
एतथोक्ता भगवता
ते तथोक्ता भगवता
तत्प्रतिश्रुत्य शासनम्
तत्प्रतिश्रुत्य शासनम्
जनयामासुरेवन्ते
जनयामासुरेवन्ते
पुत्रान् वानररूपिणः.
पुत्रान् वानररूपिणः ते तथोक्ता भगवता तत्प्रतिश्रुत्य शासनम् जनयामासुरेवन्ते पुत्रान् वानररूपिणः
एतथोक्ता भगवता तत्प्रतिश्रुत्य शासनम् जनयामासुरेवन्ते पुत्रान् वानररूपिणः.
Enjoined thus by Brahma and accepting his aforesaid command, the above mentioned gods, as instructed, begot sons in the form of monkeys.
ऋषयश्च महात्मानः
ऋषयश्च महात्मानः
सिद्धविद्याधरोरगाः
सिद्धविद्याधरोरगाः
चारणाश्च सुतान् वीरान्
चारणाश्च सुतान् वीरान्
ससृजर्वनचारुः
ससृजुर्वनचारिणः ऋषयश्च महात्मानः सिद्धविद्याधरोरगाः चारणाश्च सुतान् वीरान् ससृजुर्वनचारिणः
ऋषयश्च महात्मानः सिद्धविद्याधरोरगाः चारणाश्च सुतान् वीरान् ससृजर्वनचारिणः.
Nay, high-souled rishis, siddhas, vidyadharas, artists of heaven, and nagas and charanas, celestial bards, begot heroic sons belonging to the monkey class.
ललिताजी वानरेन्द्रं महेन्द्राभम्
वानरेन्द्रं महेन्द्र
इन्द्रो वालिनमात्मजम्
इन्द्रो वालिनमात्मजम्
सुग्रीवं जनयामास
सुग्रीवं जनयामास
अपनस्तपतां वरः
तपनस्तपतां वरः वानरेन्द्रं महेन्द्र इन्द्रो वालिनमात्मजम्
Mahendrabham. What are you saying over there? Mahendrabham only you're saying, right?
महेन्द्राभम् हम्
Okay.
वानरेन्द्रं महेन्द्राभम् इन्द्रो वालिनमात्मजम् सुग्रीवं जनयामास तपनस्तपतां
Patambara. I think my internet is wrong. What? Or it's her voice dipping. Anybody see her voice dipping? Or
No, I could see her voice wasn't clear towards the end. There was
Yeah,
an
it's
issue.
breaking.
It's breaking.
वानरेन्द्रं महेन्द्राभम् इन्द्रो वालिनमात्मजम् सुग्रीवं जनयामास तपनस्तपतां वरः.
Indra, the ruler of gods, begot as his son Vali, the ruler of monkeys, who vied with the great Indra himself. The sun god, the foremost of those radiating heat, begot Sugriva, the younger brother of Vali.
बृहस्पतिस्त्वजनयत्
बृहस्पतिस्वजनयत्
तारन्नाम महाकपिम्
तारन्नाम महाकपिम्
सर्ववानरमुक्तानाम्
सर्ववानरमुख्यानाम्
बुद्धिमन्तमनुत्तमम्
बुद्धिमन्तमनुत्तमम् बृहस्पतिस्वजनयत् तारन्नाम महाकपिम् सर्ववानरमुख्यानम् बुद्धिमन्तमनुत्तमम्
बृहस्पतिस्त्वजनयत् तारन्नाम महाकपिम् सर्ववानरमुख्यानाम् बुद्धिमन्तमनुत्तमम्.
The sage Brihaspati, the preceptor of gods, begot the mighty monkey Tara, unsurpassed in intelligence among all the monkey chiefs.
धनदस्य सुतः श्रीमान्
श्रीमान्
वानरो गन्धमादनः
वानरो गन्धमादनः
विश्वकर्मा त्वजनयत्. The ending.
विश्वकर्मा त्वजनयत्
नलन्नाम महाकपिम्
नलन्नाम महाकपिम् धनदस्य सुतः श्रीमान् वानरो गन्धमादनः विश्वकर्मा त्वजनयत् नलन्नाम कपिम्
धनदस्य सुतः श्रीमान् वानरो गन्धमादनः विश्वकर्मा त्वजनयत् नलन्नाम महाकपिम्.
The glorious monkey Gandhamadana was an offspring of Kubera, the bestower of riches, while Vishwakarma, the architect of gods, begot the mighty monkey named Nala.
पावकस्य सुतः श्रीमान्
पावकस्य सुतः श्रीमान्
नीलोऽग्निसदृशप्रभः
नीलोऽग्निसदृशप्रभः
तेजसा यशसा वीर्यात्. The ending.
तेजसा यशसा वीर्यात्
अत्यरिच्यत वीर्यवान्
अत्यरिच्यत वीर्यवान् पावकस्य सुतः श्रीमान् नीलोऽग्निसदृशप्रभः तेजसा यशसा वीर्यात् अत्यरिच्यत वीर्यवान्
पावकस्य सुतः श्रीमान् नीलोऽग्निसदृशप्रभः तेजसा यशसा वीर्यात् अत्यरिच्यत वीर्यवान्.
The glorious and valiant Nila, a son of the fire god, who vied in splendor with fire, outdid all in point of glory, renown, and prowess.
रूपद्रविणसम्पन्नौ
रूपद्रविणसम्पन्नौ
अश्विनौ रूपसम्मतौ
अश्विनौ रूपसम्पतौ
मैन्दं च द्विविधं चैव
मैन्दं च द्विविधं चैव
Okay, विद्युद्वित्वा मैन्दं च द्विविधं चैव
मैन्दं च द्विविधं चैव
जनयामास तु स्वयं
जनयामास तु स्वयं रूपद्रविणसम्पन्नौ अश्विनौ रूपसम्पतौ मैन्दं च द्विविधं चैव जनयामास तु स्वयं
रूपद्रविणसम्पन्नौ अश्विनौ रूपसम्मतौ मैन्दं च द्विविधं चैव जनयामास तु स्वयम्.
And the twin gods Ashwini Kumaras, who are esteemed for their comeliness and rich in the wealth of beauty, themselves begot Mainda as well as Dvivida.
वरुणो जनयामास
वरुणो जनयामास
सुषेणं नाम वानरम्
सुषेणं नाम वानरम्
शरभञ्जनयामास
शरभञ्जनयामास
पर्जन्यस्तु महाबलः
पर्जन्यस्तु महाबलः वरुणो जनयामास सुषेणन्नाम वानरम् शरभञ्जनयामास पर्जन्यस्तु महाबलः
वरुणो जनयामास सुषेणं नाम वानरं शरभञ्जनयामास पर्जन्यस्तु महाबलः
Varuna, the god of water, begot the monkey named Sushena, while the mighty Parjanya, the god of rain, begot Sarabha.
Okay, that's it. मारुतस्य उरसः श्रीमान्
मारुतस्य रसः श्रीमान्
हनुमान् नाम वानरः
हनुमान् नाम वानरः
वज्रसंहननोपेतः
वज्रसंहन्ननोपेतः
वैनतेयसमोजवे
वैनतेयसमोजवे मारुतस्य उरसः श्रीमान् हनुमान् नाम वानरः वज्रसंहन्ननोपेतः वैनतेयसमोजवे
मारुतस्य उरसः श्रीमान् हनुमान् नाम वानरः वज्रसंहननोपेतः वैनतेयसमोजवे
The glorious monkey named Hanuman is the own son of the wind god. He is endowed with a body invulnerable as the thunderbolt and wise with Garuda, son of Vinata, and the carrier of Lord Vishnu in speed.
सर्ववानरमुख्येषु
सर्ववानरमुख्येषु
बुद्धिमान् बलवानपि
बुद्धिमान् बलवानपि
ते सृष्टा बहुसाहस्रा
ते सृष्टा बहुसाहस्रा
दशग्रीववधोद्यताः
दशग्रीववधोद्यताः सर्ववानरमुख्येषु बुद्धिमान् बलवानपि ते सृष्टा बहुसाहस्रा दशग्रीववधोद्यताः
सर्ववानरमुख्येषु बुद्धिमान् बलवानपि ते सृष्टा बहुसाहस्रा दशग्रीववधोद्यताः
He is the cleverest and strongest of all monkey chiefs. They were begotten in many thousands and were ever ready to make short work of Ravana.
अप्रमेयबलावीराः
अप्रमेयबलावीराः
विक्रान्तः कामरूपिणः. You have muted yourself, Nikhil, I think.
अप्रमेयबलावीराः विक्रान्तः कामरूपिणः
ते गजाचलसङ्काशाः
ते गजाजलसङ्काशाः
वपुष्मन्तो महाबलाः
वपुष्मन्तो महाबलाः अप्रमेयबलावीराः विक्रान्तः कामरूपिणः ते जगाजलसङ्काशाः वपुष्मन्तो महाबलाः
प्रमेयबलावीराः विक्रान्ता कामरूपिणः विक्रान्तः कामरूपिणः ते गजाचलसङ्काशाः वपुष्मन्तो महाबलाः.
They were valiant and full of prowess and possessed infinite strength. Mighty as they were, they could take any form at will, were endowed with gigantic bodies, and looked like elephants and mountains.
That's amazing. We'll do both the verses together. And the next two verses also we do together. Rikshavanara gopuchhaha
ऋक्षवानरगोपुच्छाः
क्षिप्रमेवाभिजज्ञिरे
क्षिप्रमेवाभिजज्ञिरे
यस्य देवस्य यद्रूपम्
यस्य देवस्य यद्रूपम्
वेषो यश्च पराक्रमः
वेषो यश्च पराक्रमः
अजायत समन्तेन
अजायत समन्तेन
तस्य पृथक् पृथक्
तस्य पृथक् पृथक्
गोलाङ्गूलेषु चोत्पन्नाः
गोलाङ्गुलेषु चोत्पन्नाः इस् इट् लीषु और लेषु
लेषु किञ्चित्
गोलाङ्गुलेषु चोत्पन्नाः
किञ्चिदुन्नतविक्रमाः
किञ्चिदुन्नतविक्रमाः
दुन्नत न इस् डबल्
किञ्चिदुन्नतविक्रमाः ऋक्षवानरगोपुच्छाः क्षिप्रमेवाभिजज्ञिरे यस्य देवस्य यद्रूपम् वेषो यश्च पराक्रमः अजायत समन्तेन तस्य पृथक् पृथक् गोलाङ्गुलेषु चोत्पन्नाः किञ्चिदुन्नतविक्रमाः
प्रेक्षवानरगोपुच्छाः क्षिप्रमेवाभिजज्ञिरे यस्य देवस्य यद्रूपम् वेषो यश्च पराक्रमः अजायत समन्तेन तस्य पृथक् पृथक् गोलाङ्गूलेषु चोत्पन्नाः किञ्चिदुन्नतविक्रमाः.
The bears, monkeys, and long-tailed monkeys, those with a tail resembling that of a cow, saw the light in no time after conception, as is the case with heavenly beings. The son of each god was individually born as on all fours, with a complexion, bodily structure, and prowess that the latter possessed, while those born among the long-tailed monkeys were endowed with a slightly superior prowess as compared even with their respective fathers.
ऋक्षीषु च तथा जाताः
ऋक्षीषु च तथा जाताः
वानरः किन्नरीषु च
वानराः किन्नरीषु च
देवा महर्षि गन्धर्वाः
देवा महर्षि गन्धर्वाः
मार्क्ष्ययक्षा यशस्विनः
तार्क्ष्ययक्षा यशस्विनः
नागः किं पुरुषाश्चैव
नागाः किं पुरुषाश्चैव
सिद्धविद्याधरोरगाः
सिद्धविद्याधरोरगाः
बहवो जनयामासुः
बहवो जनयामासुः
हृष्टास्तत्र सहस्रशः
हृष्टास्तत्र सहस्रशः ऋक्षीषु च तथा जाताः वानराः किन्नरीषु च देवा महर्षि गन्धर्वाः तार्क्ष्ययक्षा यशस्विनः नागाः किं पुरुषाश्चैव सिद्धविद्याधरोरगाः बहवो जनयामासुः हृष्टास्तत्र सहस्रशः
ऋक्षेषु च तथा जाताः वानराः किन्नरीषु च देवा महर्षि गन्धर्वाः तार्क्ष्ययक्षा यशस्विनः नागः किं पुरुषाश्चैव सिद्धविद्याधरोरगाः बहवो जनयामासुः हृष्टास्तत्र सहस्रशः.
Even so, monkeys were born of she-bears and Kinnara women. Many renowned gods, great rishis and Gandharvas, Garuda and others, sons of Kashyapa and Yakshas, the elephants guarding the quarters, and Kim Purushas, a class of beings allied to the Kinnaras, who are regarded as the attendants of Kubera.
Am I audible? Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Okay.
Hari Om.
I think I lost myself in between the connection. Okay, so Jeevji, you have read the meaning, right? Because I lost in that half of this. You completed the meaning, right?
Yes, yes.
Radha Krishnaji. Though the time is up, we will do 3 more verses. No, okay, so it was verses. So. Okay. Number 23. Charanascha sutan viran
Charanascha sudan viran
Sasrajurvanacharinaha
Sasrajurvanacharinaha
Vanaran sumahakayan
Vanaran sumahakayan
Sarvan vaivanacharinaha
Sarvan vaivanacharinaha
Apsarasu cha mukhyasu
Apsarassu cha mukhyasu
Tatha vidyadharishu cha
Tatha vidyadharishu cha
Nagakanyasu cha tada
Nagakanyasu cha tada
Gandharvinantanushu cha
Gandharvinantanushu cha
Kamarupa balopetaha
Kamarubabalopedaha
Yatha kama vicharinaha
Yatha kama vicharinaha Charanascha sudan viran Susrujurvanacharinaha Vanaran sumahakayan Sarvan vaivanacharinaha Apsarasu cha mukhyasu Tatha vidyadharishu cha Nagakanyasu cha teva Nagakanyasu cha tata Gandharvinantanushu cha Kamarubabalopedaha Yatha kama vicharinaha
Kamarupa balopeta Yatha kama like that we'll have to end it. Charanascha sutan viran Sasrujurvanacharinaha Vanaran sumahakayan Sarvan vaipanacharinaha Apsarasu cha mukhyasu Tatha vidyadharishu cha Nagakanyasu cha tada Gandharvi तनुषु च कामरूपबलोपेताः यथा कामविचारिणः.
Through the principal Apsaras and Vidyadhara women, as well as through maidens of the Nagas and the wombs of Gandharva women, the Charanas too begot, in the form of sons, monkeys endowed with a gigantic body and roaming about in the forests, and all living only on wild fruits, etc. They were gifted with the power of assuming any form and acquiring any amount of strength at will, and could go about wherever they liked.
Last one for the do for today. Simha Shardula Sadrisha
Simha Shardula Sadrisha
Darpena cha balena cha
Darpena cha balena cha
शिलाप्रहरणाः सर्वे
शिलाप्रहरणाः सर्वे
सर्वे पर्वतयोधिनः
सर्वे पर्वतयोधिनः सिंहशार्दूलसदृशा दर्पेण च बलेन च शिलाप्रहरणाः सर्वे सर्वे पर्वतयोधिनः
सिंहशार्दूलसदृशा दर्पेण च बलेन च शिलाप्रहरणाः सर्वे सर्वे पर्वतयोधिनः.
Nay, they resemble the lion and tiger in point of haughtiness and strength. All used even rocks as their missiles, and all fought with mountains as their weapon.
With this, let's pause over here today. Maybe we'll share some more thoughts in the next class and complete the chapter. And then we'll go as per the regular from the next week onwards. It was just to give the glimpse of how it is being brought out. And then I'll open the notes to say if something different is there. Well, because there's so much, but then we'll be able to do these 10-15 verses only. So we'll do one more. So three sessions offering gratitude, starting on Guru Purnima Day to the Guru who has brought us all this so very easily, so very freely, and just to revel on that. And then we will take up for some points when it's necessary for the explanation. Then today's session and then join Devi Gita. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Shri Sita Ramachandrarpanamastu. Hari Om everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marshaji.
Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om ji. Thank you.